Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here to my Once to Battle 2015 video. So this is a tag video thing started by Birdkeeper Toby. Pretty much just kind of a look back at 2015, our favorite YouTubers, favorite moments, and just a nice little thing to bring the community together. So I have been tagged by many people, and I kind of wanted to take the easy-ish way out because the deadline is the 25th, but so by waiting until like the 24th, I have nice Christmas content. I think that this is a really good way to end the year. I didn't want to do that when I first heard about the tag battle or the tag video about a month ago, and it means I don't have to tag anyone because we're already at the deadline. So recently, actually today, the 23rd, so I'm recording this 23rd to put up on 24th. On the 23rd, I watched like 10 other people's tag videos, kind of inspired me, so let's go and have an amazing tag video. How did you get that mascot? Well, this is actually a perfect question because a lot of people in the comment section ask about my comment picture. Some of them think it's Zoroark, others just wonder in general. For those of you guys who do not know, I'm a furry. It's kind of a thing, if you couldn't tell by the color, and my wolf mascot. So that's pretty much my persona right there, and then that's just represented throughout my channel as my mascot. I think it's pretty cool. Also, for those of you guys who don't know, the name Verlis is an anagram for silver, so silver jumbled up makes Verlis, and I thought that was a pretty cool thing to do. Lugia is my favorite Pokemon. Soul Silver, Silver version are my favorite games. Silver is my favorite rival. So I just kind of brought all that together and I was like, man, I need like an edgy, cool name to use on the internet. And came up with Verlis, and Verlis was taken. So YouTube recommended Verlisify because they do that for like vlog channels. They say like something ify or something vlog or something tech, and I was like, Verlisify. That has a nice ring to it. So I'm Verlis, it was taken, now I'm Verlisify, and that's the story of my channel and my mascot. Respond to your most popular comments. I was actually looking through my comments and I couldn't really find the most popular ones because there's an option to where you can kind of sort your comments through popularity, upvotes, number of subscribers, or the most engaged fans. And I have it to where the most engaged fans are the ones that have their comment featured, so I couldn't find like the super upvoted ones. And the thing is, I already respond to all those comments anyways. One thing about my channel is I try to be as engaging as possible. This is my job, so I try to really give back as much as I can. Read all the Twitter, read all the private messages, and I read as many comments as I can. I respond to a lot of them. I probably respond to them than most YouTubers around my size and even smaller or larger YouTubers. I'm just always in the comments section, just kind of reading up. Sometimes, you know, responding to hate and flame wars. Other times, just like kind of responding to real happy people as well. So I've already responded to a lot of comments, and a lot of the most top ones are either like super controversial comments or something that really can't be responded to because it's something that just goes with that video, and there's just no way to respond to the comment because how it's formatted. So I'm kind of passing on that question. What was your best Pokemon moment of 2015? Ooh, there was a couple good ones. If this means like best video, I honestly feel like the Scott Glaza video, even though it's like a super controversial one that a lot of people don't like me over, I feel like it was a really big moment for me because I actually had like evidence and proof of all this like crazy paranoid stuff I've been cooking up in my mind for a while that, you know, there was actually moments where I was able to reveal that people are like out to get me and that my legitimate strategies are like kind of getting put down. As for like non-controversial stuff, that's kind of hard because there's a lot of really fun controversial moments I'm proud of. I feel like I've made a big step this year in my channel to do videos that are engaging, interesting, a bit controversial, but not in a bad way. Like a lot of people have said I've changed my argument game. You know, I don't come off as aggressive as I used to. Even though I'm making the same points, my points are put out a little better, so I think that was a big growth moment for me. And as for just like best moment, I have to say my first Quest to be the best episode, where I take Sableye, I get like my full sit up Sableye, and I win off of just like crazy plays. I've had a lot of moments like that just like those down to the wire moments in Pokemon battles, and it just like comes out, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's amazing kind of stuff. Other than that, I would have to say getting second place at SoccerCon. Live in Seattle, went to SoccerCon, got second place at their Pokemon tournament. Lost out to a Swords Dancing Talonflame because it set up my Sableye, which is going to be happening. But I still got second place, so very proud of that. And I think that that's, you know, those are some of my best Pokemon moments of 2015. What do you think the next Pokemon mainstream game will be and why? Pokemon 7th generation. I've had a lot of videos kind of debunking Z version and supporting 7th generation. There's that interview where Masuda hints that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was the sequel instead of a direct to Pokemon Z. Even though there's a lot of open-ended things in Pokemon Z, I feel that right now the community is kind of stagnating, and if Game Freak wants to make the most business, like, The best decision for business would be going to the 7th generation. More new fans, you revive the community, you have months and months of content, because Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire fizzled out in a couple months. Z version will do the same thing, if it even lasts as long as Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It'll be more of a story-driven game, and there's no real content supporting it. So I'm thinking 7th generation is going to be the next game, unless Pokemon Go. Talking about mainstream, as in everyone's playing it, definitely Pokemon Go, and we already know about that one. Number 5. What can viewers expect in 2016? Recently talked about this. Guides are done. How to Use series is done. We'll do 2016 VGC guides, just because that's a new thing. Didn't really cover it because I didn't think GS Cup would happen again. I know it's happened in the past. I didn't think it would happen again. And then gimmicks. Non-stop gimmick battles, because I try to play Pokemon for as much fun as possible, and I enjoy Pokemon the most when I'm having that fun and when I'm just screwing around and like testing out things that shouldn't work, and when they do work, it's amazing. Or just strategies that people don't give a lot of credit because they are gimmicky, but they're legitimate strategies. Like sometimes just Flinch Scarf Togekiss, while it is a gimmick because it's like a lot of RNG, I found tons of success off of that. Just random kind of even double team minimize, those strategies actually work legitimately on a respectable amount. Like it's consistently, I wouldn't even say inconsistent, but it does have a form of consistency to it while playing with that RNG. So just a lot of battles like that. Mostly testing my guides now, because a lot of people are like, well, why don't you have battles of your Pokemon that you say are good in your guides? Well, that's what this gimmick quest is going to be about. I'm going to take the most obscure ones I made a guide of and prove that they work. So that's pretty fun. Other than that, more top 10s, more theories. Looking for collabs as always. We'll see if we get any. That's kind of it. So yeah, let's go on to number 6. What advice would you give to someone starting out YouTube? Oh man. All right. This is like this could be enough of a video on its own on what you need for YouTube. I've mentioned it kind of before. First, I'm just going to talk about the things you need. That my advice is what you need for YouTube. First off, you need luck. You need luck because even I don't understand YouTube, and I've done so much research into like search engine optimization, view counts, tags, all sorts of crazy stuff to where I can get a rough idea if a video is going to succeed or not, but then sometimes one of my videos randomly hits a ton of views, and even then I don't understand how some people don't get views, other people's do get views. It's like, this video shouldn't have gotten views, it explodes for no reason. I think that's like, luck is just a big factor, because sometimes YouTube picks your video, you get 1 million views, and then you get super discovered. Other than that, I think just understanding YouTube is another big part. If you have junk tags, you're never going to get discovered. If you don't have an idea of like what the community is going for, like you need to understand trends as well. You just need to have an idea of what you're doing, but that's only acquired through time and persistence and knowledge. So you just, okay, there's like 3 things. So you need luck, you need that persistence, and you should have started yesterday. If you're trying to get big in YouTube, or if you want to get big in YouTube, you should have started yesterday, because there's no bad time to get into YouTube except now. Like, the longer you wait, the harder it is to get more content out there. The longer you wait, the more saturated it's going to be. The more people are out there, the harder it is to get discovered. So the sooner you start now, the better it's going to be than compared to next week or next month or next year. So you need to start as soon as possible. That's kind of like one of the biggest things. And then you just need to dedicate to learning. Your content's going to suck. You're not going to be good. Like, look at my early videos. I did Minecraft, and even my original Pokemon videos, like, it was luck that those kind of took off, even though the quality was terrible. So work on yourself. Don't expect to get big, I think, is another big one. Don't expect success. Grow, just work on like high quality content, work on learning as much about YouTube as possible. Eventually you'll start to get the right tags, you'll start to get promoted more often. You just need to understand how YouTube works, and that's really hard to understand as well, because no one tells you these things. It's not a black and white, do this, don't do this. There's just a lot of rules and guidelines that you kind of pick up on, like, oh, make this video, you need to be about retention. I think that's the biggest thing. Make your videos quality-wise to where you get a lot of retention. That gives YouTube a higher chance of promoting them, and then the tags are good, so then it goes to a wider audience. That's if you want like video advice. If you want regular advice, luck, persistence, should have started yesterday. Kind of simple stuff like that. But I think I'm going to give you the more real kind of view than other people. Like, you're not going to get popular. You need to go in with that mindset. I'm sorry, but if you go in like that, then you don't get disappointed when you don't get successful. Like, if you set your goals too high, then you get discouraged. It might knock down your quality. It might make you like give up. But then when you hit that spark, when you kind of jump up a bit and you don't expect it, that's when the best moments come. I was expecting like 1,000 subscribers when I first started. So I started like May 2013. I was expecting 1,000 subscribers by the end of that year, and I wasn't going to make it unless I did Pokemon. Like, when I did Pokemon, that caught me off guard, and I started getting some popularity off that. So I thought, all right, maybe like 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2014, and then 50,000 subscribers at this moment right now. So my I kind of had those aspirations, I had those dreams, and I kept surpassing them when I wasn't really trying to have like unrealistic goals. Because if you're looking to do this for a living, the second you go unrealistic, it's over for you. Because if you start making budgets, you start planning how your life is going to go, then you might not be that far ahead, so you have to take on another job. Then because of that, you slack on YouTube or something like that. It took a lot to get here. I worked 3 jobs, 50, 60 hours a week, sometimes even more. I was working like 12 hours days for a week, almost like a week straight sometimes. I was doing so much work. I saved up like 4 months worth of like living expenses, like rent, food, everything. Saved up that much, quit all my jobs, dedicated to YouTube. On like the 3rd month, finally made like enough to where it promised, like it wasn't enough to live off of. This buys me another half a month. So another month later, I got another half month, and then it started scaling up from there. So unless you're like dedicated to work absurd stupidity amounts of hours on YouTube or just in general, you really need to make sure you're in it for the right reasons, because money exclusively is not going to be a good reason, and you are going to fail if you do it for that. You need to play a lot with like the success. Like if something's big, kind of need to bandwagon, but you also need to be fresh ideas. You need to be different while doing what everyone else is doing. I could talk about this all day. Let's not go any deeper on that. Favorite Pokemon video of 2015. Oh man. Anything by the Pokemon Professor. All those videos were freaking amazing. His Christmas tale that he's doing, I like both parts, the one I'm in and the one A-Drive is in. Just every time he's made a video, I've been super excited about that. Other favorite videos. Nate Wants to Battle's Viridian Rock cover really stands out, because that was like one video I actively promoted to all my friends, actively threw on Twitter. I was like, guys, this is an amazing remix video, or not remix, parody. Oh man, like I was thinking about them, and I don't watch too many other videos. Like very rarely does something make me go, oh my god, everyone needs to see this, and that's like all the Professor videos. A-Drive's shiny reaction to when he finally gets the shiny Vespiquen is pretty hilarious. And technically I watch a lot of Wit's Life and Jay-Witz's videos. Just any one of those random ones is pretty good. That's kind of it. And as for that, recommend a YouTuber with less subscribers that your audience will love. Pokemon Professor. You all better subscribe to the Pokemon Professor right now, because he deserves 50,000 subs. He deserves to be the biggest Pokemon YouTuber out there right now. He deserves more than me. He deserves more than anyone, because he's an amazing YouTuber, and he needs to be making a living off of this as soon as possible so he can make even better content more often. That's how passionate I am about him. A-Drive. Technically less subscribers than me, has better video quality for sure, much larger streamer. A-Drive's a good one. Technically ManJTV vids, I like watching a lot of his videos. I actually got more inspired to do my Once About tag off of watching his. So ManJTV, he has some really fun trivia and videos, and he has like really solid content. Like no matter what he's going to do, it's going to like freaking explode to the top of YouTube, because he does it really well. And he's probably going to pass me in subscribers in like a month. So technically him, like all these people are like technicals, except for, I think the Pokemon Professor deserves it more than anyone. And that's going to be who I'm putting my vote in. And I just clicked off something. All right. Also, I guess one more would have to be Alex Ogloza. We're friends, but at the same time, he's probably going to pass me in subs soon. And he has like a really... I can't wait to see what he does with his channel, because he said he's kind of backing down from VGC. He's got a lot of really good trivia, though, so we're going to see how that goes for him, honestly. I'm looking forward to working with him this year, which should be pretty awesome. But, like, when it comes to community, there's only so much room, so, like, recommending smaller YouTubers is kind of tough, because they're either already on their way to being big, or we need a new Pokemon game before they can really have a chance to shine. And subscribe to Pokemon Professor. Alright, there we go. And tag 3 people. Haha. Today's the last day. I don't need to. So that's how I feel about it. Hope you guys enjoyed my tag battle. It was nice kind of looking back on 2015, rambling on as I do. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you guys sometime. Just thumbs off the screen. So yeah, next year's going to be awesome. I'm going to try to go for the best content. I feel my guides were kind of holding me back, but they were something that had to be done. So looking forward to the future. Maybe I might move into a real house and have a nice setup. Like, that's another thing. All these guys, they have like actual rooms and real setups and like shelves with things on them or a green screen. And it looks all nice. Nah, I don't have that, and I'm still doing pretty well. So I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching.